The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of PLAAY Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. And welcome back to the time frame matchup here between the 2011-2012 Carolina Hurricanes and the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens. A little bit of quick notes here, as I forgot to denote who scored the game-winning goal, as you guys saw it in the Biddy Beer game summary for Game 3. The game-winning goal from Carolina went to Chad LaRose, and the assist went to UC Jokinen, and Joni Pekkanen on the game-winning goal in the first overtime period. With that being said, your the next game in the segment is Game 4, as we got a matchup between Peters and Ken Dryden. And Peters so far has been the goalie for the Carolina Hurricanes, to absolutely will be deserving and earning one of the time frame's 3 stars of the time frame. With that in mind, with 21 minutes and 54 seconds left, let's see how Game 4 plays out, shall we? Will the clock operator please start the clock? We're going to begin Game 4 with a quality check between players 1 and 4. That's Shutt and Falk for hit. It looks like Falk, 1 and 4. Yes, it looks like Falk does have hit. So Falk is going to be moving in on Ken Dryden, who needs to make a 4 or a 5 with a dot to make the stop. He does. To keep this game right where it's at a score of 0-0 after 1 segment of play. Penalty check between player 4 and 1. That's Savard and Ponikarovsky. Serge Savard will indeed get the both players will tie in the penalty department, as the referee says play on. But if I catch you guys doing anything stupid or do anything childish, you're going to the penalty box. Quality check, this time between players 1 and 3. That's Gainey and Ruutu for Smart. Both guys have Smart, and my goodness, the coach of the Carolina Hurricanes is on his game. They're trying to match power for power. Oh, excuse me, that's 3, not 2, 3. And we move to the next next segment in the time frame of this first period, with a quality check between anybody on the ice for the Habs and player 5. That's Jay Harrison. We're looking for hits. To tie, I think they're going to go with, it's close, but we're going to go with Chartrand. Both guys have hit, and we will end the first period right there. As the first period comes to a close, the score remains knotted up at 0s apiece, as we head to the second period with a quality check between players 1 and 4. That's Wilson and Pekkanen for Smart. Both guys have Smart, and we move on to the next segment in this one. Home scoring chance of a 23. It reads, visitor goalie must make spec save. Oh my goodness. I think the Habs may get on the board here, as might get on the board here with a because Peters has a 1 or a 2 with a dot to hopefully make the, oh, wait a second. 23, yes, spec save. So Peters needs to make a 1 or a 2 with a dot to make the save. He can't, and the Habs get on the board early. It's 1-0. Let's see who scored the goal. 10, second best shot rating. So the best right now is Shutt at 3 stars. The second best is Knoyer and Riesborough. I think we're going to give the goal to Yvonne Knoyer. And how many assists are we going to give out? 1. How about we give it to Riesborough? So Knoyer from Riesborough is your ice-breaking goal for the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens. We go now to a quality check to stay within this 10th minute of this time of this segment of the second period. We have a quality check between Van Boxmeer and Jamie McBain, as we're looking for speed. Both guys have speed, and we move on to the next segment in this one. We got a quality check between both players in one. That's Jussi Jokinen and Steve Shutt for star. Shutt has star, so he's going to move in on Justin Peters, who needs a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the stop. He does. As Peters makes the save, and we move on to the next segment. And the coach decided to have Jeff Skinner, even though he was injured in last game, Skinner said he was good to go for game 4. So let's continue on in the next segment here with a huge segment coming up. Quality check between anybody on the ice for the Habs and player number 5. That's Jay Harrison. We're looking for speed. Pick your poison between Gainey, Lafleur, Jarvis, or Nyrop. I think we're going to go with Guy Lafleur. Guy Lafleur has speed as he moves in on Peters, who shoots. And Peters makes the save. Wow. Peters is standing on his head. No question about it. We move on to the third period with the Habs in front, 1-0. We got a quality check, this time between anybody on the ice for the Habs and player 2. That's Yuri Lusty for smart. Pick your poison to tie or to take the lead or try to get a goal advantage. They tie. And they won't, so they're going to go across the board to Mario Tremblay as Yuri Lusty has smart as he moves in on Ken Dryden, who needs to make a 4 or 5 with a dot to save it, as Lusty moves in on Dryden, who shoots. And save made by Ken Dryden. The Carolina Hurricanes coach really knows what's best. As we move on to the next segment here in this one, we got a quality check between Nyrop and anybody on the ice with speed, skill, hit, and power. How about it's close? We're looking for skill. Pick your poison between Skinner, Stahl, and McBain. I think we're going to go with McBain. Both guys have skill, and we move on to the next segment in this one here. It looks like the Montreal Canadiens may end up tying this time frame once again. But let's see how the Carolina Hurricanes respond. Home scoring chance of a 53. Visitor defense player in 4, that's Justin Falk. He stops the goal with a quality roll of star or a square. He does not have star, but he does have a square So he's going to stop the Montreal goal to keep the score right where it's at of 1-0. And we move on to the next segment. Quality check between Cournoyer and Yoni Pekkanen for power. Both guys have power, and we go to the empty net mini chart for the first time in this time frame. This is the Carolina Hurricanes' chance to hopefully tie things up to head to the third straight overtime game. 4. The game is over. Stop the clock. Montreal wins to tie the time frame up to send this to a 5th game in this time frame by winning it in a shutout fashion from Ken Dryden by a score of 1-0. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Whew. So once again, stay tuned for the Bitty Beer game summary presented by Bitty Beer, your favorite Bitty Beer products. If you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste, bitty price. It's Bitty Beer.